Hi, today's quick tip will be about the Inclient Designer in NAV 2018. We will cover adding a field, moving the location of a field, saving the new extension, and downloading the code for that new extension. Let's get started. First we'll need to open up the web client, so we'll go to our Start menu and click on our NAV 2018 web client. Okay, now with the web client open, we can open up the designer. So let's go to the top right hand corner of the page, and there's a new icon up there with a little screen and a paintbrush on it. That's our designer button, so we're going to click on that, and now our designer is open and ready to record. With the designer recording, now we're ready to create our extension. So let's go to the item page, and now there's a new purple little arrow over here, and we can left click on that, and that gives us a couple options. We can set the freeze pane or remove the column altogether, or we can just hold down our left button and drag over the column, and we can move it around. See how it makes the little line after or before the columns that you want. So we're going to take our description and move it to the front, and we also want to keep our number up in our freeze pane, so we'll left click and set freeze pane and see how it kept it in the freeze pane. Now we also want to add, say, description to another field that isn't on here, and so we go up here and click more up at the top, and over to the left hand side you'll see we can add a field. So let's click on adding a field, and now over on the right hand side we get a new menu, and it gives us a listing of all the fields that are part of the table and if they've already been put on the page or not. And as you can see, numbers already on there and description's already on there, but number 2 is not on there, description 2. So let's add number 2 and description 2, and so we're gonna left click on those and drag it over. Hold it down, you got to hold it down when you're dragging, and we're gonna first drop it after quantity, and then let's move it before quantity on hand. And the same for description 2. Let's bring him over and put him after number 2. And so now we've added number 2, description 2. We've moved description up in front of number, and it's part of the freeze panes now for both number and description. So we're happy with our extension, and let's stop designing it and save it. So we're going to click stop designing, and let's name our extension. And who published it. And so we'll worry about downloading code, but if you check this box, it'll automatically download the code for you and you can save that package, but we'll cover that in a minute. So let's hit save, and we've finished our extension. Now that we saved our extension, it will show up in extension management, and we can turn it on and off. So let's see how to do that. Go to the top right hand corner of your screen, and there's a light bulb with a page. We want to click on that and type ext, and then click on extension management. The extension management page shows us all our currently published extensions for the tenant we're connected to. As you can see, the item page update extension we just created is listed here. So let's left click on it, and this will open up the card for this extension, and it gives a little bit of information: the name, a description of the extension, version number, and who published it. Also, you can uninstall the extension. Uninstalling will remove it from view for users, but still leave it as a published extension for the tenant. So that means that the users won't see the changes to the pages that you made for the extension, but if you wanted to turn it back on, you would still be able to, because it's still published to this tenant. For more management options for each extension, you can click on the top right hand corner where the 3 dots are at, and it'll give you another menu which you can install and uninstall the extension. You can also unpublish it, and you can download the source code for VS Code. To save the source code, all you have to do is click the download source. It'll ask you where to save it, so we're going to save it to our desktop, and it's going to create a zip folder for us. So let's save that and go look at it. And so we have a zip folder on our desktop. It contains your page extension AL file, an app.json file, and your launch.json file. This package can be used with VS Code to further edit your extension. That completes our quick tip on the Inclient Designer for NAV 2018. Thanks for watching. I hope the video was helpful.